أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على خير الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد بن عبد الله النبي الأمي الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is our last day of the convention. I want to see more energy than the day we started, inshallah. It is hard after this heart-moving event of someone taking the Shahada. Alhamdulillah. Brothers and sisters, the U.S. Council of Muslim Organization had a tradition at the MAS-ICNA Convention to provide you with the message. This is the message of the national Muslim organizations, the one that we have every year giving you what our future is going to look like. Today I'm not going to talk what we did, because what you did during this election, the voter registration and getting out the vote, was remarkable, and you should give yourself a round of applause to tell you thank you for all the great work you did. You've proven that you do exist. Recently, and after the election, the U.S. Council of Muslim Organizations brought national Muslim leaders from across the country, despite the short notice, to discuss what would be our strategic plan for engaging the new reality after the elections. The leadership, led by our national organizations, including local organizations, came up with a set of different strategies. I am going to highlight a few of them, because this is the message we want you to take with you when you leave. It is time for us to be proactive, not reactive, because we have to make the future, and to build the future, you have to be proactive, not reactive. We will empower our community. We will have regional summits from East Coast to West Coast, from the north to the south, where local communities and leadership will come together and develop their own strategy that is in sync with the national strategy, so that you are empowered and you will be able to implement it on your grounds. We will also prepare our community to be mobilized. We have to mobilize our community in order to defend our rights. There will be a national task force to guide our community spiritually. We need to keep the faith. We need to keep the faith. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Inna Allah yudafi'u 'an alladhina amanu. Allah will come to the rescue to those who believe, and you are the believers, inshallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also mentioned in the Quran, La tahzan, Inna Allah ma'ana. That's the message that we want you all to take with you, that you are strong with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There will be a rapid response to any hate crimes that can be committed against our community, or bullying, or any other abuses. There will be legal guidance provided to our community. And if need be, we will establish a hotline to respond to any call, distress call from our community. And this will be led by our best two organizations in the country, CARE and MLFA. We are not alone, brothers and sisters. A lot of organizations out there, American organizations, will stand with us in coalition and alliances. We will build those alliances, and we will strengthen our relationship with them, with the Latinos, with the African American, with the Native American. We are going to be with the Black Lives Matters, Standing Rocks. We will be against Islamophobia, anti-Semitism, and anything that is against the human rights and civil rights of any American, Christian, Jews, Muslims, and anybody. We will also engage with civil rights organizations like ACLU, Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, Center for Constitutional Rights, and the like. We have to increase our interfaith collaboration. We have to sponsor the issues that American people need to have sponsors for. And also, we have to build local friendly relationship with our businesses, with our schools, with our neighbors. Let's show truly who Muslims are. It is about time to use you, the youth, the savvy, the excellent one in social media, to promote our issues and to protect our rights. It is time to use your phone for the good this time. And also, we will strengthen our ranks of our leadership. We will be more inclusive in our leadership. And also, don't you believe that it is time to put our money where our mouth is? It is time to invest in our organizations in order to defend, in order to take our community further into the future. We have to donate generously for this. Brothers and sisters, there is no more time that we sit down and relax and we think somebody else will do the job for us. Someone else will defend us. We have to stand and rise together, and we have to put our efforts together, and we will march together for a brighter future for all of us, inshallah. Now, I would like to ask my colleagues, my brothers and sisters, who have been consistently throughout the year, ever since we established the council, working together in unity, in tandem, in sync, because your future, your rights is our priority. And please give them a good round of applause, because they have made our job a whole lot easier to unify our voice and our strategy. I would like to ask Brother Oussama Irshaid from the American Muslim for Palestine AMP. Got 2 minutes.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. On behalf of the American Muslims for Palestine, I would like to reaffirm our commitment to the U.S. Council of the Muslim Organizations. The need of this council cannot be any greater now. This is the time that the national leadership, the Muslim leadership, come together to strategize and to plan. Brothers and sisters, I want to be frank with everyone here, with all of you, with our national leadership. It is very obvious that there is a fear after the victory of Donald Trump. This fear also comes with panic. Many people are hostages of their pessimism. But you know, brothers and sisters, this is not the time to panic, and this is not the time to be fearful. Yes, there are many good reasons for us to be fearful. Yes, because we have heard so many statements coming from the president-elect, the people that he surrounded himself with. But we are presented with a huge challenge, and with a huge challenge, we need a good response. And this response will determine the outcome. This response will determine whether this will make us or will break us. This is our call. It is no one else's call. It is us that we decide whether we want, inshallah, survive this hate and bigotry, or whether we want to give up to hate and bigotry. Brothers and sisters, this is the time to rise up. This is the time to show what we really are made of. This is the time to substantiate our faith. This is the time to stand for justice, and this is the time to stand for America. If you love this country, it is the time to stand for America. Tribulation is not unique to us as a Muslim community. Many communities before us in this country were tested, but these communities were able to get us so far. It is our time now to return the favor to this country and to return the favor for the civil rights movement in this country. And let me conclude with this, with an ayah. Allah Azza wa Jal tells us in the Quran, الَّذِينَ قَالَ لَهُمُ النَّاسُ إِنَّ النَّاسَ قَدْ جَمَعُوا لَكُمْ فَاخْشَوْهُمْ فَزَادَهُمْ إِيمَانًا وَقَالُوا حَسْبُنَا اللَّهُ وَنِعْمَ الْوَكِيلُ. Those to whom the people said, sure men have gathered against you, therefore fear them. This is the challenge. Now what is the response? فَزَادَهُمْ إِيمَانًا. It increased them in faith. And when Allah tells us increase them in faith, it means that they increase their work too. And then Allah tells us, وَقَالُوا حَسْبُنَا اللَّهُ وَنِعْمَ الْوَكِيلُ. So first it increased them in faith and increased their work. And then they believe that Allah is sufficient and He's the most excellent protector. So I would say to everyone, stand on principle. Do not panic. I would say to everyone, we need a message of hope, not a message of fear. And I would say to everyone, learn from our sisters who are wearing hijab, who did not give up on their rights, who did not give up to fear, who continue to wear the hijab, and teach us to learn courage from them. This is the time. If you expect your sister, if you expect your wife, if you expect your daughter to keep her hijab, then man up and stand up for your rights. This is the time. Assalamu alaikum.
I would like to have Brother Nihad Awad from CARE.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My voice is not as loud as Brother Oussama. May Allah bless you. So, brothers and sisters, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. There's so much talk about fear, anxiety, and anticipation. Let me share with you my personal perspective and also the perspective of CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations. We, as Muslim Americans, are not afraid, and we are not anxious, and we are not going to be intimidated by fear, by bigotry, by Islamophobia, whether by this administration or the coming administration. We as American Muslims are not going to be victimized. We refuse to be enemies. We refuse to be marginalized. And we refuse to be second-class citizens now, under Trump, or ever. We have to remain confident in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in our rights as equal citizens, protected by the Constitution, and we should not be intimidated by the fear and ignorance, even by the majority of people. We know that the administration, the incoming administration, is threatening to conduct surveillance of Muslims, is to profile American Muslims, and let me assure you, on behalf of the largest American Muslim civil rights and advocacy organization, if the incoming administration goes ahead and implements a Muslim registry, we at CARE are going to be the first organization to sue the Trump administration in accordance with the law. Not because he is just Republican, or no, because he is going to be wrong and you are right. You're always right as an American citizen who believes in the US Constitution. We believe in the values of this country, and Allah has chosen the Muslim community to carry the banner, to carry the torch of the civil rights struggle, not only on behalf of Muslims, but on behalf of all Americans. We have to use and leverage the experience, and we have to learn from past communities, including African Americans and all minorities. And as Imam Suhaib said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed us in this position. We are qualified, and we are going not to sit down on our hands if we see that our rights are violated or the rights of other minorities. So brothers and sisters, to conclude, let me share with you our plan at CARE. We are going to launch a $5 million civil rights defense fund for American Muslims and all Americans that will include National Directory of Lawyers and Law Firms who will provide pro bono legal services for any violation of Muslim civil rights. Second, we are going to launch a national hotline to enable Muslims nationwide to report cases of harassment, discrimination, and hate crimes. We are going also to grant each and every community center and mosque in the country at least one workshop under the title of Know Your Rights and Responsibilities. If you have a CARE chapter in your city and state, contact them. If you do not have a chapter in your city or state, try to form a chapter. Contact our office at the National in Washington, D.C. Visit our website, www.cair.com, and we can help you form a chapter and an office. And finally, we are going to spread offices. We right now have about 30 offices. We are willing in 2017 to put extra offices in the service of the Muslim community. Finally, brothers and sisters, people talk about anxiety, fear. I see that the era that's coming is going to be an era of prosperity for American Muslims, an era of empowerment, an era of growth, an era of building alliances, an era to show the beauty of our deen, the beauty of our community, the beauty of being Muslim. So we should not hide, we should not be invisible. This is the time to be proud and say, we are American Muslims, we are proud of our faith, and there is no contradiction between Islam and our democracy. Assalamu alaikum.
I would like to ask Sheikh Abdurrahman Khan, representing ICNA.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear brothers and sisters, every individual and every nation, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings them to a moment when they are tested in a very profound way. And He gives us example in the Quran of those individuals and the nations that are tested, what happens to them. As an individual, the story of Maryam, alayha salam, when she was about to give birth, and all the thoughts come into her mind, what will her people say to her? And she said, Ya laytani mittu qabla hadha wa kuntu nasiya mansiya. She wished death had come to her, and she was someone forgotten. Sometimes as individual we reach that stage, but then there's something little she has to do, shake the palm of the tree and get that fruit and give birth to her child. Musa alayhi salatu wasalam with Bani Israel, when they were faced with Pharaoh behind them and the sea in front of them, Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, with the power of his faith in Allah, he said, Allah is with us, and the sea opened by Allah's command. My dear brothers and sisters, we have to go back to Allah, for He is in control of everything. All we have to do is to put our trust in Him and do that very little thing to get the pleasure of Allah. May Allah protect all of us, our institutions, our organizations, our brothers, our sisters, and our children to come. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallah khair. Now I would like to ask Brother Mukhtar Kabuka, representing MAS.
Assalamu alaikum. So now we gained the knowledge, we've been inspired and motivated. And in a few hours we're gonna, go back home. And so are we going back to the way we were before we came to the convention, or this is gonna be a springboard where each one of us own up to what we learned and do something, act. Knowledge alone will work against us in the hereafter. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will hold us accountable in the hereafter. What we did with the resources we had that we've been given, and what we did with the opportunity presented themselves, like the time we live in right now. We have so many challenges, and these challenges are opportunities. We need to grab them. American Muslims community have been tasked to finish the American journey to a more perfect union. We've been tasked to bring America back to live up to its founding principles. What are we going to do about this? Three things. نحن قوم عمليون, we're people of practicality. We hear a lot of talks, but we do very little. When you go home, keep working in your own development and growth. Number two, engage with your Muslim community, local or national. Number three, get involved with society at large. That's what we need to do to overcome and combat the negativity and all the fear-mongering that's happening throughout the country right now. There's no time to run away. There's no time to run undercover. It's time to stand up for our rights. It's our time to do what other minorities have done and faced. Do not run scared. Do not despair. It's time for hope because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with us. Come join us. Join the movement. Will help you achieve all three things. To be involved means that you have impact on life. You should live for a higher purpose in life than be self-centered. You be impactful on your community. Also, you need to leave a legacy worthy of your life. Legacy transcends yourself and your family. That is the willingness to serve, a willingness to establish the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on this earth, is to spread mercy people around us, and to have that sense of love to serve His creations with love and mercy. This is our country. This is our opportunity. We should own up to it. We will, inshallah, overcome these challenges. And with your engagement and with your help, we will triumph, inshallah, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Keep your eyes on the prize. Go back, get engaged, join us, and connect with MAS national and local. Jazakumullah khair.
Now I would like to ask Brother Khalil Meek, representing MLFA.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First, I want to start by saying thank you all for showing your support for this MAS convention and for allowing us the opportunity to share with you how proud it feels to be part of solidarity among the national organizations, how proud it is to have all of the national organizations standing shoulder to shoulder, working together for the benefit of the Muslim community with your help, your support, and your solidarity. So thank you. It's an honor for us to stand here before you to have plans in 2017 that can actually be achieved with your support and with your help. And I want to thank the organizations behind me for what they do individually in their own capacity and for what we can do collectively moving forward. I also want to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us Donald Trump for the President of the United States of America. And the reason I want to thank Allah is because Allah has promised me that Allah will not put a burden on any soul greater than it has the strength to bear. And that with trial and fire comes purification and strength and unity. And with every hardship, there is ease. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is galvanizing and strengthening and purifying and going to enable the Muslim community to take steps quicker, faster, and stronger than it has ever done in the past. So alhamdulillah for what we have to look forward to. And I want to thank you for helping the Muslim Legal Fund of America, the 18,000 donors that give us money on an annual basis to create what we have received this year is over $3 million from the Muslim community in the U.S. to create the strongest, most powerful, nonprofit law firm for Muslims in the United States, the Constitutional Law Center, that will provide free service to all Muslims throughout the United States, free direct representation on federal civil matters, federal criminal matters, and federal immigration matters at a level where you will receive our help if we continue to build a solid wall, as we have put our theme for this year, of litigation between the Muslim community and protecting our civil rights and civil liberties and whatever policies the elected officials want to bring towards the Muslim community. And the message tonight should be summarized by saying, if you are going to hurt, harm, or injure one Muslim American, you will have to deal with all Muslim Americans. Thank you, and salam alaikum.
Last but not least, I would like to introduce Brother Muhammad Nakibur Rahman, representing MUNA.
Alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Dear brothers and sisters, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On behalf of Muslim Ummah of North America, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude and thanks to the organizers, volunteers, and participants of MAS-ICNA Convention 2016. Under the leadership of Brother Oussama Jammal, USCMO has come a long way in a very short period of time, bringing Muslim organizations and communities together. MUNA is proud to be part of this effort. Going forward, instead of living in fear, instead of living in our shadow, inshallah, we will rise up together. We will do our job together. And only then, no bigotry, no xenophobia, no amount of Islamophobia, no regulation, no registry can shake us, inshallah. Looking forward to a bright future ahead of us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
In order to receive our messages, please go to uscmo.org. Subscribe there. Brothers and sisters, this was our message. Message of hope, message of courage, message of perseverance. Together, we will make it, inshallah. We will see you down the road. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.